just me. Wait, why isn't this, it's not showing up. The game capture doesn't seem to want to work. What the heck? What is happening here? I'm so confused. Unless it is working and I just can't see it. One second. I'm just gonna go to Twitch. I don't want to go to the app. I want to go to the website. And I don't want to log in. That's the problem. Might just be able to sign in on here. I might actually have my password. Okay. Because I was going to say, I don't have. Oh, okay. It is on. Okay. Okay, that's what I needed to know. Okay. So yeah, let's let's get started here. So, this is what I want to see in the Elder Scrolls 6, right? Um, so this is unscripted. Okay, I don't actually have a specific list of things that I want to talk about in here. Just whatever comes to my mind, I guess. So the first thing I'm gonna say is new races. In the lore, they talk about like monkey men living in Atmora, I think it's called, and bird people that are supposedly actually extinct. Um, then um, like several different kinds of elves. Um, I'm just our character, Mr. Cat. um, there's so many different races that they could add, and I love the races that they have in the game already. I always play as an Imperial. I don't know why. Um, yeah, I'm normally I would. We don't need to talk about me going to the cheat room. I originally got this too because one of the quests glitched, and I needed to get an item from here. That was a long time ago. Like I've just, yeah. A quest did glitch when I was playing earlier today, and I couldn't get an item from the cheat room because it wasn't telling me to get the item. Um, okay, well, anyway, I think I think another thing that they should add is the UI system that they had in the in Oblivion. Um, yeah, I have Oblivion remastered, but I can't play it on here because I I don't know, it's just not showing up. or I shouldn't say that. I mean, I don't actually even have it. Well, I mean, I have it. I do have it. I have it on my Xbox, and this is my computer, so I don't have it on here, so I can't really play it. Ooh, I just almost walked right off the edge. Yeah, okay, this is actually another thing that just kind of that showed up on my screen. This actually does show up every time I start it up because I have the Winter Sun mod, but this is a good thing that I think they should add too is a religion system. So you don't so maybe when you're making a character, that's one of the things that you can select along with along with it, or along with your like all your other race details, like your eyes and your war paint or whatever. And that yeah, so I feel like they could give you a list here. So like Khajiit, this is what it gives you, but then Nord or Imperial, it'll give you like the nine divines. So it changes depending on the race, but you can go and do quests for them, and then you can accept them. So like a Sithis, for example, he is not here. But if I joined the Dark Brotherhood, then it would ask me if I want to join Sithis, if I want to follow Sithis, so then I can change it if I want. But here, if I click on one of these, it'll say, "Do you want to follow this divine?" And then it'll tell you who. It'll say, like, "Akatosh is the dragon god of time. As father of dragons, he represents beginning and end. Follow. If you're a follower, you get improved attacks and spells against dragons. Your tenants, so stuff that you need to do to raise your level with him, are fulfill your destiny by saving Tamriel, raise your character level, and absorb dragon souls to never openly break the laws of Skyrim." So obviously that would need to change a little bit considering that it wouldn't be Skyrim. I think there's a lot of rumors that it's going to take place in Hammerfell. So we might say that you must never break the laws of Hammerfell. I like Sheogorath too. It says Sheogorath is the mad god, the prince of madness, whose motives are fickle and unknown. You get um when you follow him, you can pray to receive a random touch of madness. In his tense are pray often and receive Sheogorath's touch of madness and never disrespect cheese. Okay, so yeah, so see our favor with him is at 60%. Okay? So let me pray to him. Actually, we're wearing a jester outfit, which is perfect. So then, yeah, see, 137%. Wow, that went up really fast. I don't think it doesn't usually go up that fast, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, if you do that, then you can like improve your level with them, and you can unlock cool things. I feel like that should be in the next game, and I'm honestly surprised that it hasn't been in any of the games. Um, Look at that, you leveled up. And one thing I didn't like about Oblivion, I never actually played the original. I started, but it was just like way too dark for me to go anywhere. And I don't know, I just couldn't like I couldn't see anything. and like yeah, I couldn't even get out of that first dungeon, like where the Emperor says, I know it's my time to die, but I need you to protect me, or whatever he says. I honestly don't know. But yeah, I couldn't even get out of like you know where you separate from them? Like that's as far as I got because I couldn't because after that I couldn't see anything because I didn't have a torch. When I started playing the remastered version though, it was a lot brighter so I could actually see. But that's not where I was going. What I was actually going to say was that I I think that at first I didn't really like the fact that you had to level up by sleeping in a bed because I thought it seemed stupid. But I actually almost kind of like it now. Like I do think it is better to that I think it is better to level up like in the middle of combat if you want, but I do actually kind of like the ability or the fact that you have to level up that you have to sleep to level up because it gives you a reason to sleep. Like I don't like survival mode. I'm not gonna give Inigo any clothing because I'm just playing while I'm recording. It's fine. Huh. I feel like I don't remember what I was saying now. What was I saying? Someone in chat tell me. What was I saying? What is the last thing I was talking about? Why does it say it includes a paid promotion? I don't have a paid promotion. Um, let's see. Let's look at Inigo. Um, we talked about praying to gods, different races. Um, oh boy. Okay, well, oh, I'm leveling up by sleeping in a bed. Yeah, I feel like that should be like something you can toggle on and off because I'm sure that, because I know that there's people that, myself included, that don't really like that necessarily. Um, because I definitely did not like it at first. I've kind of grown to like it, but I didn't at first, and I feel like that should just be a toggle in case you don't like that. But anyway, I feel like that does add more realism to the game. I don't like survival mode because you get cold way too easily, but I do like that it kind of forces you to eat every once in a while and to wear things that are in cold weather or that'll keep you warm. But I don't really like how glitchy that is. Okay. Um, and then another thing a follower like Lucian and Inigo. So I'll get him to follow me and then I'll tell you why. But yeah, so we'll go back to the other thing while I'm talking to him. I think I do kind of like the fact that you can eat because again that adds more realism and I would always have a bed in my house. I mean, obviously when you buy a house in Skyrim you have a bed in there. I never sleep in it because there's no reason to. Because I mean I can just wait whenever I want, but if you add the fact that I have to sleep in a bed to level up, then that makes it more realistic. And I don't know, I kind of like that. All right, are you gonna talk? They have. Okay, yeah, here we go. See, he's introducing himself to an ego, and then they're kind of having a conversation. Like, I really wish that more followers would have that kind of interaction. I think that is really cool. And like I just love Lucian's personality. Like and Inigo's. Like they're I really like their personalities. I'm not gonna say that there has to be a character like that or like them exactly, but just I don't know. I just find their personalities kind of cool. And I do wish that there would be more interaction like that because I don't know, that's just cool. It adds more realism. Um And like even Lucian kind of giving you hints like this, like he says, "You seem haunted. What did you see?" And you can say, "A dragon destroyed Helgen. I saw it. I didn't see it because of our alternate start mod, but um." But then he says, "Maybe isn't there a village right at its doorstep? Riverwood, I think it's called. What are we waiting for? Those people are counting on us." Like he actually he actually kind of tells you what to do. Kind of. I don't know. That's kind of cool, I think. And I actually, my game was a little broken, so I'm gonna have to go to the cheat room to get to Whiterun again. Or not again, because we haven't been to Whiterun, but um yeah, my game is seriously broken. I'm not gonna do the Dark Brotherhood quest line right now because I feel like it makes more sense for me to do the main quest line while talking about what I want in the next Elder Scrolls game. Um, I I really don't want to do the Dark Brother quest line right this minute while I'm playing it. But another thing that comes to my mind is in Oblivion, there wasn't really like a proper story. He would say the the leader would just say like, "Here's your target, go kill it or go kill them." Whereas in here, there is a proper story. Like you you're I don't want to spoil it and well, if you're watching this, I assume you've played Skyrim, so like I think it should be fine. Um and in Skyrim, your whole goal in the Dark Brotherhood quest line is to kill the Emperor, right? And if you have all the true, they say, here's your contract, go and kill them like they did. But there's actually a story, like they're saying, like you actually have a goal, and the characters actually seem to have more dialogue. And I don't know, I just the Dark Brotherhood quest line in Skyrim is so much better than the Dark Brotherhood quest line in Oblivion. I do like the Dark Brotherhood quest line in Oblivion. Because when do I not like? Because when do I not like the Dark Brotherhood quest line? But I don't know. I wish they would do that. And then same with the Thieves Guild. Like all of the guilds and more intimidation stuff like this. That'd be nice too. Um, and I don't know. We're done talking. I'm going to Bleak Falls Barrow. Sorry, I was talking to Farengar. Not you guys. I got plenty more to say. I could go on and on about my wishes. So, we know that there's like a warriors guild, right? There's a mages guild. There's all of these guilds, and a lot of them have kind of disappeared, it seems. Um, like in Oblivion, you could join the Blades and the I think. Don't quote me on that. Like I know that the Blades existed, but I guess I don't actually know if you could join them. Where's Eurolith going? That's interesting. Um, and then you could join the Dark Brotherhood, like some thing or some Warriors Guild, but you go through the pit. You play through like the Windhelm Pit thing, kind of. And it's interesting to me that they didn't include that in Skyrim because they were actually going to. There was a cut quest, or not a cut quest, but a cut location in Windhelm called the Windhelm Pit, where you would, where supposedly, instead of going to jail in Windhelm, they would instead say, "Here we fight for freedom," and then you'd basically be doing the Windhelm Pit. You would basically be doing the pit challenge that you did in Oblivion, to my understanding. And like they cut it at the last minute. There's a lot of stuff that was left in the files, and actually people made a mod, which I think I have installed actually. I could be wrong about that. Um, but that's another. Use it. The Foot on the Mountain is a really cool quest as well. I'm not gonna do the quest. If you've never, I recommend you play through it. Go download the Clockwork mod and download the Clockwork mod and play through that quest line because it is amazing. Um, but that's another really cool thing that I feel like they could add because it brings you to like a whole new dimension, like that you can't leave. And I wish that Skyrim would do that. Like um there's the Oblivion, or there's the realms of Oblivion for the Daedric princes, right? But But why can't we visit them? I want to go to them. In Oblivion, obviously you can go through the Oblivion gates, which I believe are Mehrunes. I believe that they lead to Mehrunes Dagon's Plane of Oblivion, but I don't actually know. Like I don't I'm not actually super far into the story. Um so I don't really know. And it makes sense to me that they would be, but okay, she's just floating. That's totally normal. Also, can we remove frostbite spiders? Like, I have arachnophobia. I don't want. I hate seeing them in my game. Like, I always just make my partner use it. And honestly, that's actually why I'm using no clip in the first place, so I can just like skip that area because I don't want to deal with it. I actually like never do this quest because of it. I like never do the main quest lab just because I don't want to deal with them. And there's a really big one somewhere in here. Yeah, right, like right through here. So what I'm going to do instead is cut Avril down, and we can remove the ring now. Where is he? There we go. Um, Another cool thing that this mod does. Oh, you can't actually see it. Hold on. Do I have any other books? Because I wanna. No. Okay, well, I also have like I also have the book covers of Skyrim mod, and that's something that I wish that they did too. I wish I want everything to have like its own unique texture. And like the ebony mail or whatever, Mafala's no, that's Bohethia's. Yeah, Bohethia's artifact is like the ebony mail, I think it's called. It looks like ebony armor. Give it a different appearance. I get that I get that it's supposed to be ebony armor, but it can have a little bit of a different appearance, right? Like just to make it more like just to make it seem more like a Daedric artifact and not just a uniquely named set of ebony armor. Or Mafala's blade? It I'm forgetting the name of. It looks like an ebony blade. It actually, I think it might just be called the ebony blade. Like it just looks like an ebony katana almost. Like it doesn't really have a unique appearance. And Like that should just they should just add stuff like that. Like why can't all of the artifacts have their own unique appearance? Why don't we have a quest marker anymore? Another thing that a lot of people are saying is that Skyrim holds your hand too much, which there are parts in the game where I do agree. It basically tells you where to go, like perfectly. You can just fast travel to the location, which you can do in Oblivion. Like you can just fast travel anywhere, right up, like to all the towns, right off the bat in Oblivion. In Skyrim, you actually have to discover the places, and I kind of like that better. So yeah, let's make it so you have to discover the places again. I also don't feel like doing this puzzle right now. No clip time, right? Um, so that's another, yeah, and that's something that people complain about, and I think in Skyrim is like all the backtracking and all the walking, which I do agree, it does get annoying, but I think it is I do like it better than than being able to teleport to all the towns and cities like as soon as I start the game. And I don't know if that is. I think this is like from a jewelry mod, and that's kind of cool too. Oh, or here, this horned ancient Nord war axe of frost. Okay, I mean that's enchanted. Okay, that doesn't have to have a unique appearance. Oh, but why? But you get it from defeating a boss, right? Make it be a unique. Give it a unique texture. Radius beacon. Oh my god. Here, this ring has a unique appearance. A new hand touches the beacon. Listen, hear me and obey. Foul darkness has seeped into my temple, a darkness that you will destroy. Return my beacon to Mount Kilcreath, and I will make you the instrument of my cleansing light. I was not looking at the captions for that, by the way. Like I just know that monologue because I have picked up her beacon so many times. I th um and I don't know, I feel like it's annoying. I like doing it to get Dawnbreaker. Um Another thing that I want would be a good main quest line. So far the the quest line over bit. That is hilarious. Yes, bring this rabbit into the next game. I want armored rabbits. That's so cute. I love it. Anyway, I want a good main quest line. Like, I think I think the f- the quest line in Oblivion and in Skyrim are good. I I've liked them so far. I have played through the main quest line of Skyrim several times, but I, and what I mean by a good main quest line is one like the one in Skyrim where they kind of make you travel to each of the hold capitals for one reason or another. Because I don't know, that's really cool to me, and it makes you discover like all the hold capitals. And then but then you don't actually really have to do much in any of them. Like it basically just gives you a taste of each of the holds. And I kind of like that about Skyrim. Like in the main quest line, you have to go to Solitude just to talk to the Emperor, or not the Emperor, to talk to um General Tullius, that's his name, to get him to join your side. But you don't have to spend a lot of time there, but it gives you a taste for solitude, and it shows you what solitude is like, and you can choose to live there if you wanted. I don't know. Um, Another thing that would be kind of cool would be like dragons returning, because I know that that's kind of Skyrim's thing, but at the same time, dragons are just like part of part of mythology. Like that's that always comes to my mind when I think of mythology and like medieval games is dragons. And like playing Oblivion, you could kind of tell that Bethesda took a lot of inspiration from Dungeons and Dragons, so why not bring dragons into the game? Um, I find the courier really annoying. Another thing that I want would be to adopt would be to have the ability to adopt children again, because that's really cool. Like you can't you can't settle down with with someone and have a family, but you can get married and you can adopt children. And I think that's kind of cool because you can have a family and you don't have to live alone. That's that just again it adds so much more realism to the game. Who's this? Oh, Delphine. Okay. Um, Ignore my dwarven motorcycles. It's lore friendly, right? You can use dwarven materials to make a motorcycle. um, let's see. Then they could add other beasts, other lycanthropes. There's only ever been werewolves as far as I know. And bears, because you see them on Solstheim. But within the lore they talk in the lore there's like, well, according to Mike the Liar, there's were sharks, but he's a liar, so how so I don't know if that's true. But according to the lore, there's where boars, there's which I think are native to Cyrodiil. There's were vultures that are native to High Rock. There's rare alligators that are native to Blackmarsh. Where where lions, I think, which are native to elsewhere. Like they talk about all these beasts in the lore, but you can only become a werewolf in Skyrim. You can't become any of those other things, and I feel like they should give you that option. A good a good idea to kind of incorporate that would be to go into would be to kind of do what Growl did, the mod Growl, where they when you become a werewolf, it'll ask you, do you want to become a werewolf or a werebear? Like, I actually really like the way that Growl makes you become a werewolf because there's several options, right? So yeah, you can join the companions quest line and do like I think it's only like a few quests, but you can do that if you want, but then you can also buy beast blood from an apothecary and drink it or eat it as an ingredient, and you can become a werewolf that way. Or my personal favorite way is to sleep under a full moon, and it'll say, you know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna go and get a camp thing. Let's get some camping supplies, and I will show you. And actually, while I'm here, um, oh, all books. I can show you the cooler covers. To see, like it says the title on there. There's just all these like cool textures. Each of them have a different book cover. His sweet mother has the Dark Brotherhood symbol on it. The Minor Maze has a maze on it. Like they then this way they don't all look the same. And I think that's really cool. An Explorer's Guide to Skyrim has the map on it. Um, Battle of Red Mountain has the map of the Red Mountain. There's Boethius Proving that one did actually have a unique texture already. The Bounty one has or says the word bounty on it. Breathing Water has fish on it. I haven't actually seen all of these. The catalogs for armor enchantments and weapon enchantments have them on there. Have armor and weapons on them. Um, each journal has its own texture. The Elder Scrolls remain the same. But yeah, like see this one is teal-ish. I wanna hold on, I'm looking for one. I'm looking for one in particular. Yeah, okay, here. This one's made of like leather or bear hide or something. Here we go. Cicero's diary. It's got like this checker pattern on it. The cook's journal has a dog on it. Like, see, these are just like it just makes it so that they're not all the exact same. And like I get that, but Bethesda's kind of lazy, and they'll reuse textures, but don't just give these all their unique. It's is it really too much more work to just give a few books unique textures? Like, I mean, I know it is, but still. Okay, I want to go. I need to go far away from. I don't want to get a bounty. Okay, that should be far enough. And that so camping supplies. We'll build a campsite. That's something cool that the anniversary edition did. I also like the Dawn Guard. Like add something like that. Like, would it be really cool, actually, even for like the main quest line that they could do is do something like the Dawn Guard, where you know what comes to my mind is like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Okay, so like you um in that case, like maybe you go to the moon and then you have to decide whether you want to align with the X-Nauts or Professor Frankly or the Dawn Guard and or the vampires. And then you have to decide who you want to align yourself with. The quest is the same, but you have to defeat different enemies depending on which one you join. It just kind of gives you a better, I don't know, it's just kind of cool. I wish that they would do that. Okay, but anyway, yes, you see, I slept under the light full moon. So then it says, in your dream, you find yourself in a dark forest lit by the light of the blood moon. In the distance, you hear the howling of wolves and the faint screams of men. A horned figure beckons you from a rocky outcropping. Pack of wolves at his feet. You recognize him as Hircine, father of man beast. In his hand, he holds a chalice filled with a crimson liquid, and then gives you the option to drink beast blood or to flee. If we drink it, see, it says choose a werebeast form, werewolf or werebear. Um, and then it immediately transforms you into it. Like, give me that option. Let me choose what I want to be. Or if let's say it does take place in Hammerfell, have the I don't actually know what the werebeast native to Hammerfell is. So you know what? Let's go. Let's say if it takes place in Black Marsh, because that one I do know. Have the have the default one that you see most people be transformed into be the were alligator. But if you really wanted to, you could become a werewolf instead. Um, I wanna, I wanna extend my, I wanna get a werewolf perk. I'm not, I'm not gonna. This should give me one anything great. No, to not. Okay, well there isn't really anything else around. Um, but then gives you access to this special skill tree. Um, what and one that I really like is give your follower beast blood by trading rare beast blood with them. That's kind of cool that you could make your followers werewolves. And actually, what's cool about Growl is as you continue, like, see, okay, here at first you're forced to transform at night, but then as you become a werewolf and you continue your bloodlust and you increase this stuff, you're no longer forced to. So you can transform whenever you like you're learning to control your transformations. And the more you attack people, the the Silver Hand will come after you, who, if you've played the Companions quest line, you'll know that the Silver Hand are werewolf hunters. But then you can get this, so the frequency of the Silver Hand coming after you is reduced by 80%. But having them come after you is really cool. It adds a little bit of challenge. And I feel like that's something that needs to be in the game. Oh, he's following me now. Okay. I'm not entirely sure where that rabbit came from. Oh, our favor with Sheogorath went down. Um, I also really like the Daedric quest. Like, I know that they're not gonna get rid of the Daedric quests anytime soon, but but I want them to do a main Daedric quest line, like kind of like the main quests. Um, like I actually started like writing a mod for it. I haven't I haven't actually made any of like the textures or like I've started writing a script for it, but something that happens in there, the first thing that happens is when you're on a road, there's a random encounter where someone is like summoning Rumpelstiltskin. They're calling his name, and he appears to them. And if you choose to interrupt, he tells you that the other Daedric princes and the god that the Daedric princes and the gods are driving him crazy, and he wants you to kill them. So you have to, I don't know, maybe you have to go to whatever um, you have to go and get the Eye of Magnus. And as far as I know, the Eye of Magnus does not have time traveling properties, but it could. Give it time traveling properties and make it so that you have to go back in time and kill the Daedric princes and the gods, and then cool you can get cool armor from them. Like maybe you can get new artifacts that have never been in a game, and actually see the Daedric princes and gods as humans. I think that'd be kind of cool. And also give the nine divines like main quest. I feel like all the Daedric princes have a quest where you can talk to them. Like you can actually hear their voice. But um why don't the nine divines have that? Like, one second. Um that's really cool. And I wish that the nine divines would do that. Kenrith has a quest where you I almost said where you destroy the Gilder Gleam. Where you restore the Gilder Gleam. The tree in the center of Whiterun. Like it'd be cool if you actually had to go to her shrine and learn that power or talk to her, hear her voice, get her to enchant the sword or something. I don't know. I think that'd be really cool. And my computer's kind of running low, so maybe that's why I paused it. But there's some ideas that they could have in the next Elder Scrolls game. I think I think they could do a lot more. Um, like overall vampires, maybe like with the Sacrosanct mod, kind of. That'd be a good example where it encourages you to feed on people, where and then you can get new powers. Like eventually, if you feed on enough powerful people, like guild leaders and jarls, you would get the ability to walk just fine in the sunset in the day. But I think, but yeah, I think we're gonna end there because that's I've been streaming for almost an hour talking about my ideas for the next Elder Scrolls game, and I could go on, but my computer's running low and I don't have my charger on me right now, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and and if you did, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitch. Bye.